In this world, there is a special and ancestral fruit that grants an ability to anyone who eats it. Light is a guy who is about to eat one of those fruits, and he tells his childhood friend Lena that he wants to receive a combat skill, like dual wield, swift, or even perfect aim. He has been dreaming of becoming an adventurer since he was a kid, and the time has finally come. He asks Lena about what skills she wants, and she just answers that she wants something that could make her work together with Light, and he promises they are going to become adventurers together. They get to the church and Lena is nervous, but Light calms her down, saying everything will be fine. However, 3 months later, we see Light working at a farm harvesting fruits. He is happy because those were the best berries he had ever harvested, but then he gets pissed remembering that he should have become an adventurer, but that dream did not come true thanks to the skill he received from the fruit. Back at the church, the Holy Sister explains the rules of eating a skill fruit. You have to choose one of the fruits and it will get you a skill that is going to help you pursue a profession suited to the skill you acquired. However, there is a rule that cannot be broken no matter what happens. You cannot eat a second fruit. Many people have tried that in the past and they all died from poison. Lena didn't know about that rule, but Light says everyone who wants to become an adventurer does. The only way to become a warrior is to get a powerful combat skill, and that was his dream. Lena is the first to go. She chooses a fruit and eats it. Immediately after, her body starts feeling hot and she starts glowing. The sister uses her appraisal skill and sees that Lena got the Sword Saint skill, and she can't believe it. Lena was one of the chosen, and the sister has been waiting for an adventurer like her to appear there. Then it's Light's turn. He eats the fruit and the same thing happens. He is excited to start his new life as an adventurer. However, the Holy Sister tells him that he got the Fruit Master skill, which lets him harvest more fruit at once and accelerates the cultivation time. Light is devastated. He was supposed to become an adventurer. He wants to try again, but it's obviously impossible. Lena tries consoling him and says she will become a farmer as well, and they will build a massive farm together. But the Holy Sister yells at her and says that sword saints like her come once in a decade, and she must become an adventurer. Then she drags her out of the church so she can move to the Holy City immediately, and Lena has no choice but to go, telling Light she will wait for him. Now he works at a farm harvesting fruit, and he's suited for the job, but he's not happy about it. He goes to town to sell the fruit and wishes the skill worked for other vegetables, because only selling fruit doesn't make him much money. As he walks, he sees a poster of Lena saying that she was promoted to rank S in record time, and a couple of kids walk by saying they want to become adventurers just like her. Light and Lena have grown apart, and he still hasn't given up on his dream of becoming an adventurer. But without a combat type skill, it seems impossible to reach this goal. He lies on the floor, thinking that Lena might have forgotten about him already, when a little girl shows up. She is Ayla, a girl Light had recently took in and now lives with him, because the village chief forced him to accept her. So now they work together at the farm and split the chores. She came to tell him dinner was ready, so they go back to the farm. Ayla asks Light about the harvest, and he says it was good, especially the skill fruits. He is focusing on them now, because he wants to save money and buy a proper sword. He tells Ayla that he separated the skill fruits from the other ones, and that she can never eat them without his permission. But then Ayla tells him that she used some of those fruits for the stew they were eating. Light gets furious at her for a second, but then his body starts feeling hot and he falls on the floor, thinking he's about to die. He apologizes to Ayla, saying she did nothing wrong and that he should have explained to her what the skill fruits are. But then he realizes he's not dying. His head starts hurting and he notices he got a new skill, Sword God. At the same time at the church, the Holy Sister realizes something that wasn't supposed to happen had just happened. Ayla also starts feeling the same symptoms since she also ate the stew. She gets an appraisal skill and tells Light that his Fruit Master skill had made him immune to the poison of all fruits, even the skill fruit. He asks her how she knows that, and she says that some letters appeared when she looked at him, and tells him that he got another skill, Sword God, which dramatically increases his power when wielding a sword, and also increases his magic resistance. Light wants to try and see if Ayla is right, so he grabs his sword and runs to the forest. He goes to the tree trunk he was trying to cut before and hits it. Not only he cuts it, but he also cuts a huge tree that was behind it. And this is when he realizes he's the only person in the world that has two skills. Light and Ayla go to town and enter the Adventurers Guild, the place where Light always dreamed of going. It's pretty lively and the walls are full of pamphlets of monster bounties. But he was not there for money. He needs to find out if Sword God is actually going to help him in battle and allow him to enter the Adventurers Guild. And ultimately, he wants to stand beside Lena again. While Light goes to the reception desk, Ayla sits down to wait and starts appraising the people's skills so she can help Light somehow. There were many different ones: martial arts, enemy detection, fire elemental, stampede, and even seduction skills. But Light was the only person in there who had 2 skills. A big guy named Jean bumps into Light but tells him to apologize, because a proper adventurer would be able to dodge that. He recognizes Light from the market and asks what a fruit master is doing at the guild. Light ignores and calls Ayla to leave, but the big guy is looking for trouble. He swings his sword and Light is able to stop it, surprising the guy's comrades, who tell him to let it go and leave for their quest. Light managed to get a job, so they leave as well. They go to the wilds and Light is excited to start his first job and kill some monsters. They find a slime, and Ayla's appraisal skill can also tell that he has a higher defense than usual. Sword God gives Light more leg strength and makes his sword feel almost weightless, so he easily slices through the slime. Then they cut part of the monster so they can sell it at the guild. Ayla feels bad about cutting it, but Light promises they will buy 10 pizzas with the money, and the girl is convinced. While they talk, they hear Jean screaming and see that he and his partners are face to face with a huge ogre, an enemy they have no chance at defeating. Light yells to see if they're okay, but Jean is a jerk and decides to run in his direction to lead the ogre to him so his party can escape. Light has no choice now. He's going to have to fight this huge monster, but defeating it would be the ideal start for his adventuring career. He dodges the ogre's first attack, and Ayla tells him that Sword God does not increase his physical defense, which means one hit could kill him. He activates Sword God to boost his legs and jumps at the monster, cutting his mace in half. He's going to do it. He's going to catch up to Lena. He comes down at the monster with his demon slash, easily slicing through its body. Jean and his party watch from the distance, in disbelief of what they just saw. Light and Ayla go back to the guild to sell the ogre's horn, and Jean's partners confirm that they saw him killing it and congratulate him for it, thanking him for saving their lives. But something catches everyone's attention. The Raincast party sacred was back, and among them was the star of the party, Lena. Light runs at her, saying it was good to see her again, but she just looks at him and says that he had mistaken her for another person. Meanwhile, at the church, the Holy Sister says she saw the future. She had a revelation. A tremendous threat that will shake the world has been born. Well, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the notification bell so you won't miss anything new. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.